of loud. Autzen Stadium in Eugene. As we'll see a team from the Pac-12, the Washington Huskies, taking on a team from the playoff a year ago, the Oregon Ducks. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. Washington likely to try to boot it deep to get things started. On the move from inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Moore to the air. Finds his man. It's Hunter. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. All right, guys, let's think big picture for Oregon. Not sure if you guys saw this, but they had a big-time 4-star running back give a verbal commitment last week. What's his transition going to be like, David?
First of all, everybody saw it. It's all over social media, right? The excitement of landing a guy of that caliber. And just, I mean, that creates excitement in the whole recruiting class and this next cycle.
They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. Grab near the marker. It's Riggs. Good call, good execution as they move the chains and they have a first down at the 38.
Nice job by the running back catching the football and understanding where the first down marker was. I got to go get that first down. He did a nice job of it.
Motion from the wide receiver. Jump the gun just a bit, and we've got a false start. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. They'll move it back, and it's 1st and 15 for this offense. Wide receiver going in motion. The snap sets up to throw. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down. Guys, let's chat for a moment about Oregon. By the end of the day, one of these two teams will control their conference destiny the rest of the way. Potential bye in the college football playoff on the line. This game critical at this point in the season for both teams.
And so much talent in this game, too. Outstanding coaching staffs, NFL talent on both teams.
Breaks into the open. And the explosive play, and they're on the move all the way to the 44. They've done a really good job identifying mismatches, and they find one out of the backfield there.
Reese, I really don't think it's that hard. My guy is better than yours. Find the matchup across the field. Running back's got some speed. Get it in his hands quickly. Throw it to him fast. Let him make somebody miss against a slower guy that's usually a linebacker.
He'll go out of bounds right at the 30-yard line. A big play as this offense in business. The Ducks will snap it on 1st and 10. The run from the shotgun. Tough sledding there as he picks up 1 to the 29.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. They'll move the wide receiver. Moore will throw. Dances away to buy time. Gets rid of it. Caught near the sticks. It's Covey. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
And this quarterback wasn't thinking about taking off and running with that one. He was outside the pocket, but he kept his eyes down the field. He kept reading the coverage. He was surveying to find an open target. Accurate throw, and they get the first down.
They've marched to the red zone, and here they go. And he scurries out of bounds and wisely avoids taking the big hit.
And I think this is important for this defense. This will be a big key in the football game. Like, I got to limit the damage from that guy because that's a QB that's dynamic, and he can make so many big plays. I got to string him out. I got to make him get to the sideline. But I will say this. I do want to hit him at the end of the runs. I don't want to let him out of bounds and let him get free carries. I want it to be physical.
Using his legs, it's Riggs. He's pulled down after a tough run, gets it to the 6.
And this is an offense that really relies on its running game on that 2nd down call, giving it to the back, letting him find a way to go get a first.
The Ducks have it in scoring position on 1st and goal. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Ducks!
If the offense continues to put drives like that together, this defense is in trouble. How about the balance, the ability to throw the football, run the football, keep the defense guessing, and then when it gets closer to the end zone, the physicality to punch it in. Great start for this offense.
And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he's going to bring this one out. Gets it out to the 20, about 5 yards short of where he'd be if he'd just taken a knee in the end zone. This is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. Off the play fake on 1st down, wants to throw. That's caught. It's Harris. Building momentum, picking up a chunk of yardage, moving the chains out to the 34.
Well, your opponent scored on their opening drive, so obviously no need to panic. But I know, having been in this situation as a quarterback, you want to answer right away. So really good to see him making some nice throws here on their opening drive. He's going to try and see if he can get this thing tied up.
Lining up from the 34 on 1st down. Give to the back. Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7. And the Huskies come to the line in the hurry-up. For decades, Washington dominated this rivalry. Then 1994, and the pick by Kenny Wheaton took it to the house. And since that moment, this rivalry has been on.
It's been so much fun to watch. For years, it had conference championship implications. We've seen Heisman Trophy implications in this one. More recently, college football playoff implications as well. Always fun when these two teams get together.
And it doesn't matter what conference they're in. We're always watching this matchup. All eyes are on this match. They don't like each other. A lot of animosity. The coaches don't like each other. The players don't like each other. This is going to be a great ball game.
Williams looking for a man. Using the quick game. And they'll stop him about 5 yards short of the first.
Yeah, and that's one of those where you just look at the coverage. You look at down the field, taking away all the options, making sure you don't throw that ball downfield to get the first down. The only option, check it to the running back. Now I close that space. Nice job tackling.
Was looking for more running room, but found nothing but more tacklers. He's down at the 24. They'll get things started on this drive from the 24. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. Out across the 30 mark, down at the 35 after the 10-yard gain. A first down for the offense.
He really shows you his skills on that last run. And I feel like today, if you're a running back at Oregon, you are expected to be explosive. You're not going to be a guy that goes in between the tackles and gains 3 yards, and that's okay. I feel like now today, because of all the great running backs they have had here recently, if you get into the second level, you're expected to go to the house. This guy has that kind of skill.
They'll have to hurry if they want to get another play off before the quarter ends. That's the end of the period, and Oregon has the lead. One period in the books, and let's take a look at the stats. Now to see if these guys can get back in the game in the second quarter. So after the break, they'll go back to work. Moore to the air. Looking deep. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch.
Yeah, and I love taking deep shots. I think it makes cornerbacks play honest, safeties play honest, and you could tell just missed a little bit deep on that shot. But listen, those are shots that we want to take because the risk is definitely worth the reward.
They'll try the run. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
They've got to come up with a big play on this third and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Throws to the wideout. Oh, and he just flat dropped it. You do not see this guy do that very often. It'll be fourth down.
Man, that's one you expect him to make in his sleep, right? He's one of the better receivers in the entire country. He just dropped that one over the middle of the field.
Boy, if they don't convert this fourth down, there will be questions to be answered. Fires to the wideout. Makes the grab, got the conversion, and still going. They've got it inside the 30. They'll mark it at the 28. It's first down.
Hey, I got to be honest. I don't know if the defense was expecting that type of throw on 4th down. It looked like they were all huddled close to the line of scrimmage, looking for something in the quick game, but instead the quarterback takes a shot vertically down the field, catches the defense off guard.
And winning first downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on first down that they're going to run the football. So them getting that big chunk, getting in second and short, not a good job by this defense.
Linebackers shuffling around, trying to keep the quarterback from getting a read. Keep it on the ground. Hard running there. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down.
It's great awareness by the running back, understanding where the first down marker is and doing whatever it takes to get it.
And the Ducks will snap it on 1st and 10. Release on the RPO. They go up top to get it down to the 5-yard line as they try to pay off this drive.
This offense is clicking, and clearly everything is working. The offensive coordinator's calling good plays, the quarterback and his unit is executing, and this defense right now, they have no answers.
The Ducks have it with a 1st and goal. They'll send the back in motion. Receiver on the move gets the touch pass. Give him 6. Touchdown, Oregon! That touchdown puts them up by at least 2 scores. Too early to say it's over? Probably, but boy, it's starting to feel that way.
It might not be over, but you're in trouble, and you better find some answers really, really quickly. This team is putting everything together, and right now you got nothing going. Come on, give me something.
And the extra point makes it 14-0. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Guys, let's recap that Pac-12 matchup that just went final moments ago. Colorado is going to enjoy the trip back to Boulder after a rock-solid performance. And you take care of business on the road, and you stack wins there at Folsom Field, and suddenly it's quite the resume. This game may or may not impact the college football playoff, fellas, but it's bound to shake up the Pac-12 standings.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there, Kevin. Thanks for the update. Running back searching for a hole. Turning it on! And a 9-yard gain on 1st down leaves them with 2nd and short. All right, guys, let's chat for just a moment about Washington. They've jumped to the top of the conference standings. Now the trick is finding a way to stay there.
Well, and that's your goal to start the season. It's always about the conference first. It's not about the national championship picture. So great job taking care of business within the conference, Jesse, but a lot of meat still left on the schedule.
Yeah, and remember, conference championships mean a lot because the way the college football playoff is set up, if you're winning your conference championship, you're probably in the playoff discussion. So they've got a lot of games ahead. They're in that prime spot right now inside their conference. They've got to keep playing well.
All down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the 1st down.
Really good job running the ball, getting that 1st down. Now here comes the tempo.
Williams will pass. Now he's going to break the pocket. He'll try to do it himself. Great job to get down with the slide after getting everything you could.
Nice job by the QB, sitting back in the pocket. You can tell he wants to throw the football, go through his progressions. Nothing home, take off, and slide. I love the slide at the end. Don't take a big shot.
Now from the 40, it's 1st and 10. From the shotgun, the inside give. Creating some space, getting just enough good blocking, and they've got it up to the 47-yard line. Washington right back to the line. Let's talk for just a second about Washington. They got a huge boost to their defensive front in recruiting last week. 5-star backer, verbal commitment, some future help in the form of this guy, David.
Oh, baller. And these are the guys that they play running back and all over the field in high school because they're so big and strong and athletic. And it's a guy that you count on They can come in right now and play day one with that size-speed combination.
We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and a score on this drive would do wonders for their confidence. No big secret what they're trying to do here. They've kept it on the ground. It's 1st and 10. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
They're looking to get the edge with this one on the toss. Oh, he's got some space. Inside the 20-yard line, pushed out at the 18, and they're in business. Not much can impose your will on a defense like popping a big run.
Especially when they know you're going to run it, right? This offense right now is just more physical. They're more physical up front in the trenches, and this running back and his ability to break tackles, that is just so demoralizing for this defense.
The give on the inside. He breaks a tackle. He's stopped at the 14-yard line, and they'll stay on the attack from there. The hurry up now, 2nd down, clock ticking. To the ground with the back. He'll be down at the 4-yard line after that terrific run.
Man, that was a good run, but it was almost even better. Great job by the offense. Keep the running game going. You get big chunks like this. Not only was that a big chunk, it also looked like it could have gone for more.
And this is a really important series of plays, a chance to cut into the lead just before halftime. He'll take it himself. And he'll get this one back to the line of scrimmage, but no farther than that. Can the D deny them on 2nd and goal? He'll ride his man on the option. Now the pitch. And he got nothing, and the line of scrimmage is still the 5-yard line.
It's looking like they're going to have to throw this one in now on 3rd down, David. And you know the execution just has to be spot on. Timing especially at the quarterback position here.
And thinking about the defense, they're aggressive in these situations. They're going to play man. They're going to play up tight on you. So I know that. Now how do I counterpunch and attack this defense?
Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. On the move. He's going to lose a yard on that one. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. It'll be 4th and goal, and it'll be a tough one. They weren't able to get that one off. It'll be a delay of game. Offense took a little bit too much time at the line there. Their hope for a touchdown gone by the boards, but they'll try to put up 3 before going to the locker room. And this one splits the uprights. Now the lead is down to 11.
And that's not the way they wanted to end the drive, but nice job being ready and your field goal kicker coming through and putting 3 points on the board.
So they get the late field goal right before the half, and not much time after this kickoff for an answer. Coming out with it, it's Moore. He's brought down at the 16, would have been much better off to take the touchback. quick timeout from the offense to save precious seconds. Just enough time for one final play of the half. Moore will throw. Moving out of the pocket. On the run, deep down the right side. Go to the sideline, and it's complete, and they've got a big play. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update. The Ducks will boot it away to start the second half. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. And Washington is ready to go back on the attack. Trailing by a couple of scores, they'd like to generate some confidence here early in the third quarter.
Down 2 possessions, the coaching staff met in at halftime, and they've probably scripted this opening drive, just like they do at the start of the game. They've now got an idea of what plays they feel most confident in, what plays their quarterback is seeing the best to go out here and execute a scoring drive.
Well, and it's nice to get the ball first. Like, I got the first opportunity to close the gap a little bit.
Open space in the middle. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Huskies.
Love the play call offensively. They knew the defense were crowding a lot of bodies close to the line of scrimmage, and once they were able to get into the second level, all they had to do was make one guy miss and get one good angle. And with the speed that ball carrier has, man, that thing was a sure shot touchdown.
Williams looking for a man. Steps away. Unloads to the wideout. He's got it in the end zone for the 2 as they trim more off of that lead. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. They still have the lead, but they need to respond to that last score. Here he goes breaking the pocket. Pressure in his face, and he lets it fly. Just couldn't find an open man. He'll get rid of it, and it'll be second down.
And we need more of this from this defense, man. They have let this guy have too much time to throw the football. They haven't gotten that jersey dirty yet, haven't sacked him. But this is just as good as a sack. Getting to him, hitting him, letting him feel the physicality of this game, and not letting him feel comfortable.
Ooh, that's a nice throw. Great accuracy there. And when you think about Oregon quarterbacks, I know we think about guys running around a little bit, but think back to guys like Dan Fouts, A.J. Feely. How about that name? Joey Harrington, of course, Justin Herbert. These guys could thread the needle from the pocket, make all the throws. This guy here reminds me a little bit of them.
Finds a tight end. And he'll step out of bounds after a very productive play.
Hey, that's a great job executing the drag route. You just bring the big fella across the formation, wait for him to come open. The quarterback does a good job seeing him, finds him in the hole, hits him. Perfect job.
Moore to the air. Quickly to the tight end. Good pick up there as he gets the first down, and they'll mark him at the 48.
And that's why QBs love their tight ends so much, right? Especially when they're athletic, because they make short throws turn into long gains. Because of his ability after the catch, it's so unique and special. He is dominant in this offense.
And the Ducks are marching down the field. They just keep firing. Just tried to ease it out there, and it falls incomplete.
That's how you blow up the screen pass if you're on defense. You got to hit the quarterback fast and force the incompletion.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. They'll throw again after the incompletion. Makes the grab. It's Covey. And this defense's head is spinning. He gets it down to the 27.
Find my guys quickly, know my matchups, get them the football, let them do the rest. So many playmakers now in football. I'm trying to get it to him as fast as possible so he can do that. Right after the catch, make guys miss, make beautiful plays.
The Ducks will have it 1st and 10. Looking downfield on 1st down. Just gets rid of the football. Nobody to throw it to. It'll be 2nd down.
I think he's showing you his experience on that decision right there. There was nothing open, so don't try to force it into coverage. You've got the lead. If it's not there, just throw it away. The head coach loves to see his quarterback make that kind of decision.
So now it's 2nd and long. Out of the gun, they'll run it inside. They make the tackle after he gets 2 down to the 25.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
They run into a bit of trouble here. 3rd and long from the 25, and the last thing they want is to get knocked out of field goal range. Moore will throw. A shot toward the end zone. Touchdown, Ducks! Grabbed in the end zone to put 6 on the board.
Really nice job working the route and getting himself open. He was able to locate the football, snag it out of the air, and this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Guys, it is now a final in the Big Ten, and a game I think a lot of folks will want to see. Wisconsin was able to squeak one out in front of those home fans at Camp Randall. In fact, I think in the end, the difference may have been that Badgers crowd who heads for the gates with the win. Really unexpected outcome in this intriguing Big Ten matchup, and the type of loss, guys, that'll get the attention of even a good football team.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. Looking to throw on 1st down. Got a man. It's Lawson. There he goes. And they'll pick up the 1st down and mark it at the 47.
And as a defense, how scary is it having to defend this guy? He's one of the fastest players in America, and you saw it on that last play. It's not necessarily throwing him the ball over your head. They just get it to him quickly. The hard part now is running and tackling that guy. Not easy to do.
That last big play, one that can really jumpstart a drive. It's 1st and 10 from the 47. From the shotgun, the handoff to the veteran.
Really nice 1st down run, and you're seeing why this running back is an every down type back. He can run between the tackles, he can run outside, he can catch the football, he can block. This guy can do it all.
2nd down, he'll throw it. That, friends, is a busted play. Incomplete.
And how nice is it to have the home crowd going absolutely bananas? Communication is harder. The snapping the football, everybody being on time. Man, this crowd really affecting the football game.
They'll go to the ground. Finds a little space. There he goes. He's at the touchdown, Washington. Once he got a step, it was all over right to the house.
And to have a rushing touchdown of that type of yardage, you've got to be able to make something miss. It's one thing to get into the second level, but can you make that last defender miss? And you saw it on that play. Once he was in the clear with his speed, he was gone.
Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And with the extra point, every little bit counts as they get closer. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they finish it off in style with a 47-yard touchdown run. Now to make sure this kickoff team covers it well to not give back that last score. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. The lead has been sliced to a field goal, and now they'll try to answer. Moore to the air. Got a man, it's Moore. He's out of bounds after a big pickup, but there's a flag on the field, and this might be coming back. A solid gain on that one, and it goes for naught as the penalty will back them up. Looking to throw. Finds his man. It's Hunter. At the 35, he's loose. And he'll be forced out of bounds, but not before yet another big play in this passing attack. They really got things moving on this drive. Second play of the drive comes from the 37. To the air on first down. That's caught. It's Hunter.
My old coach said you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
Backed up now. Here's second and long. The give to the back. Fights off a defender. He had all kinds of company as soon as he got it. He had to fight his way back just to get to the line of scrimmage. Quarterback may change this route. On third and long, try to convert through the air. Throws to the wideout. Complete to the left. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the first down.
One of the things I love about this defense is they just have such great awareness, and they're always communicating. They understood the down and distance. They knew exactly what they needed to do to make the tackle to force the punt. That is so well done.
And how about this lower intestinal fortitude? 4th and 1 in your own territory, and they're going. They'll immediately call timeout. And the offense stays on the field on 4th and 1. I'm not sure they're just trying to make the defense jump. I believe they breaks into the open. Well, they just drained all of the suspense out of the 4th down conversion, moving the chains easily.
That tells you a lot about their confidence in this quarterback. Fourth down early in the game on your own end, and you go for it, but when you make decisions and throws like that, it's easy to see why.
Defense showing plenty of pre-snap movement of their own. A most efficient pickup of 6 on first down. It's 2nd and 4.
And after having a nice gain like that on first down, if you're the offensive coordinator here, maybe you're thinking about being aggressive and taking a shot. Because even if it's incomplete on 2nd down, on 3rd, you won't have that long to go.
Time has expired here in the quarter, and Oregon has the lead. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. Here comes the 4th. Time to see who steps up, who makes the winning plays to take home that W. So the final period starts with a 2nd down play. Moore will throw. Fires to the tight end. They make the stop, and he'll have enough yardage for a first down. That throw and catch, a really good example of why coaches don't want a quarterback to get stuck on a particular target, isn't it, David?
Yep, that's exactly right. Find the guy who's open, because you got so many guys that have so much speed that can do so much damage on the field. Find my matchup, get it to him, let him do the rest.
He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Great job of contained by this defense. And in order to do that, the end man on the line of scrimmage defensively has got to be able to set the point and force the football back into traffic. And that's exactly what happened there.
Back to pass. Catch in the middle. It's Hunter. They'll get it down to the 10-yard line on that completion.
And, man, this quarterback has had a day. With that pass, he goes over 300 yards on the day. Really nice job executing, putting up some yards today. Pretty good day for the young man.
Wide receiver comes in motion. Quarterback touch pass on the jet sweep.
Times late in games, you see offenses, they get very conservative, very predictable, and then they leave it in the hands of their defense. I like this execution, man. The offense continues to do what they do, and they take the 2-score lead in the 4th quarter, everything going in their direction.
They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. And he's not going to take the touchback. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. The Huskies have it back, trying to make this defense bow down to Washington. They're in a precarious spot here, that lofty perch in the rankings, hanging in the balance unless they can do something to save themselves here. Turning it on! At the 30. The 10. And he eluded the defense, and he'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Huskies!
David, this guy's showing us everything he's got in his toolbox. Between the tackles, running outside, the elusiveness, the vision, the speed, the patience, and with that home run, now has over 200 yards rushing in this game.
And there's nothing more frustrating than a guy that just keeps coming and keeps coming. They keep feeding him, and he keeps breaking tackles. He keeps making big plays. This defense has had absolutely no answer for that stud.
And how about that? They pull out the onside kick. They're able to get it down 3 here in the 4th quarter. They're in great position right now to at least tie this game.
And Washington is ready to go back on the attack. This certainly hasn't been their best day, but there's no time for mistakes now. They have to execute if they want to snatch this thing from the fire. Williams will pass. Incomplete thanks to the great defensive pressure there that sort of threw them out of rhythm.
Well, this is huge for this defense because they're playing against a Heisman-caliber quarterback, a guy that can hurt them in a variety of ways. They better be able to get pressure on him throughout the course of this game. They did right there.
From the gun, the running back looking for room. A touch out of field goal range. They need to pick up yards quickly on third down. And with this place rocking, the crowd forces a false start. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. These fans stepping up to help this defense on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. And they can't make the connection on third down.
Well, I think on the last play, they didn't get it to the sticks. They were hoping he'd be able to make the catch, make a guy miss, and advance the football. But because they couldn't execute, now it's 4th and long.
Down a possession here in the 4th, and they'll need to convert on this 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. He tries to take the top off. Catches it past the sticks and still on his feet. Gets it all the way inside the 20-yard line to the 19 before being hauled down. Washington has it and a fresh set of downs. From the gun, they'll give it on the inside. He stopped at the 14-yard line, and they'll stay on the attack from there. Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Looking for space. It's Washington. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
I think one of the keys to this defense's success all season has been how good they've been stopping the run. They are a top 10 unit when it comes to rushing defense, and it's helped them out this year down in the red zone.
Third down, and these fans trying to make it impossible to communicate. The give to the tailback. Got some room, entered to the goal line. Touchdown, Huskies. And they've moved out front here in the 4th.
Man, I love this offense being able to run the football late in the game when it matters and punch it in for the touchdown and, more importantly, take the lead.
He'll try to tack on one more. And the extra point is good, and every point counts. It's now a 4-point lead in the 4th. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Big Ten action today. A couple of teams who have had this game circled on the calendar for some time. Penn State handled its business today away from home. What a thorough beatdown. And what poise this generally young team showed. I think even other coaches will point to this one as what's possible. No cupcakes this week, fellas. This Big Ten battle was much anticipated, and at least one side can say it's a game they'll savor for some time.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. Clock stops. We have reached the 2-minute timeout, and the offense is looking for a play to close this deal out. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Just a short pass to the tight end. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
And this defense is all over the quick game right now. They're up in possession, and they are tackling and they're pursuing the football. Nice play on that one.
Ball's at the 27. This offense facing a 3rd and long. Moore to the air. He's going to take off. Doesn't quite make it to the first down marker. He's a yard short.
Really nice job by the defense that time. 3rd down, they're expecting pass, but they also know that this quarterback is dangerous when he wants to scramble. And it was almost as if they were expecting that. They were able to get to him, get him down. It now sets up 4th down. And you don't see the defense sprinting off the field just yet, guys. They're not sure. With this guy's scrambling ability, they may try to go for this.
And here we go. Down to score. They'll go for it on 4th down. Some early movement along the offensive line, and they'll walk it back. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Down late in a 4-point game, they'll keep the offense on the field on 4th down. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. Trailing by a possession, they need to keep the ball. They'll try to convert on 4th down. Desperate to convert, and he'll throw it. They got him for the sack, and that'll be a turnover on downs.
He had nowhere to go with the football. 4th down, you know he wants to make a play. I'd like for him to throw it up, to be honest. Try to give somebody an opportunity to make a play. Who cares if I throw a pick? It's 4th down anyways, but couldn't find anybody to get the ball off. Defense surrounds him, gets him to the ground with the sack.
The Huskies have it back, trying to make this defense bow down to Washington. Who could ask for anything more? Coming down the gut of the game, and maybe one of those moments that will be etched in the annals of this rivalry forever. Running out the clock, a mere formality between them and a victory as we have victory formation coming. It is steeped in animosity and laced in bitterness, and in this one, it is crowned with victory for Washington as the Huskies take down the Ducks. Thanks so much for spending some time with us. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.